Okay. And I think everything is all good. So, hi everyone. Good evening. So, welcome to another Invested Learning Journey webinar by First Metrosec. So, again, this is where we guide you step by step from basics to confident investing. So, I'm Joanna Blanca Ramos from the Investor Education and Development team of First Metrosec, and I'll be your host for this evening's journey. And together with me is Miss Hazel Sabile from the Digital Channels and Marketing team, and she will be providing some technical support all throughout our session. Now, we are actually, I think, almost 100 now in the room. So, to our attendees, thank you so much for spending part of your Thursday evening with us. We truly hope no, that you gain insights as we go on along this webinar. So, before we dive in, I just want to make sure that everything is all good on your end. To our attendees, can you please type yes if you can both hear me clearly and at the same time see my presentation? All right. Ayun, ang bilis nung mga ano natin, mga attendees. So you are all keyboard warriors. All right. So again, let me start, no? Okay. So again, this webinar is actually open to everyone. So we have here regular attendees. I'm seeing no dun sa ating responses. And meron din naman tayong mga first-time attendees. So to our first-time attendees, we are very happy to have you with us this evening. And with that, allow me to briefly introduce First Metro Securities to you. So First Metro Securities is the licensed stock brokerage arm of the Metro Bank Group, and at the heart of what we do are our core values: integrity, teamwork, and passion. These are the values that guide us how we educate, engage, and support our clients. Our vision is to become the largest and most trusted investment solutions partner in the Philippines. And our mission is to empower individuals and institutions just like you here sa ating webinar to attain your financial goals. And also with First Metrosec, we actually came up with a parang campaign, no, that is to spread the knowledge. So if there is something from today's webinar that maybe you like, no, or something that inspired you, feel free to take a screenshot and then share it sa inyong mga social media pages. And don't forget to use the hashtag FMS Invested. That is for us to help spread financial literacy and also inspire others, no, on their investment journey. So before we proceed, let me just quickly flash this disclaimer. So again, please note that this webinar is for educational purposes only. So any information shared in this evening is meant to help you learn and understand investing better. So I hope that's clear, and maybe I think we can start actually, no? So it is now February. It is the second month of our invested learning journey. So for this series, we will be focusing on simple, accessible, and consistent investing. That is through investment funds. So again, this series is designed to show that investing doesn't have to be complicated. So for you as an individual, there's no need for you to pick stocks no individually and at the same time to check the market every day. Because in this series, what matters actually is you helping you find an approach no that you can stick with throughout your investment journey. So again, this is the first webinar. Hope you stay with us for the 4-part webinar series because each of the session actually is for everyone to learn and invest with confidence. Now, in this evening, again, it is designed especially for those na gusto mag-start sa investing and growing their wealth. However, they don't have the time. They face, in short, challenges. And they want a more guided approach sa investing. So we know that when picking individual stocks can sometimes give you pressure and at the same time overwhelming din siya because there are a lot of stocks no available. So medyo baka mahirapan ka to find the perfect stock for you lalo na pag nagsa-start ka pa lang. So again, our goal in this evening is to break down managed funds in a way that is simple, beginner friendly, and most importantly, actionable. So for you, you can start with more confidence and of course with less stress. So to kick off our discussion, you can actually see on your screen, no, there is a short poll there that can actually lead to our discussion this evening. So if you can, just choose, no, based on the question, what's the biggest thing holding you back from investing right now? So you actually have four choices here. So feel free lang to answer by using the numbers. So again, what's holding you back from investing? Just answer one if for you wala kayong time. Just answer two if you feel that you do not have enough experience. And then answer three if you think you need more capital. And number four, if you are not sure where to start. So again, to our 100 attendees, so I hope to receive your responses, no, on this question. If ano yung reason bakit hindi pa kayo nagsisimula sa investing. So I am actually seeing responses. So far, majority of you answered, I don't feel experienced enough. And then meron din tayong, I think I need more capital. So again, we are 100 in the room. So we may have different answers, no? You may answer 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pwede siya lahat. Pero what's interesting actually, the ideas or the answers you see there, these are the common challenges that investors face before they can start investing. So let me just quickly share to you know what are those challenges. So again, thank you so much for all of your responses. No, so heading here to our next slide, this is actually where we break down those challenges. So again, looking at the results, these are the most common, also very real challenges people face when they're starting their investment journey. So kahit siguro first time investor ka, busy professional, or kahit yung mga kakastart pa lang sa investing, we always have the same answers. The good news actually is that discussion this evening will actually help us or guide us to face those challenges. So let me start with the first challenge, that is time. So majority of us here, we admit no, na busy tayo, meron tayong trabaho, we work from 9 to 5 na shift, no? So time is actually the biggest challenge when you are investing. So with funds, you don't actually have to pick the stock yourselves because you have a professional fund manager that does it for you. So meaning, this means that you can actually invest without having to monitor the market every single day. So next experience or challenge we usually face is experience. Another common concern. So the good news actually is you don't need to read financial reports or analyze companies on your own when you invest in funds because you are relying on the expertise of professional fund managers. Now, last of the challenges is capital. So instead of buying paisa-isang stocks, like investing in a fund actually allows you to own small portions of many investments in a much lower starting amount. So this makes investing in funds more accessible kahit na you're just starting out on siguro 1,000 pesos. So again, to acknowledge all of these challenges, these are all real, no? And these are actually the reason why funds exist. So I keep on mentioning funds. What exactly are funds? Sa pinaka-simple na definition, ang fund, it is like a basket. So many investors like you here, so siguro best example is tayong 128 attendees this evening. We are all investors. We have money. So we pool our money together and we let the professional fund manager decides kung saan nila i-invest, whether they want to invest it in stocks, bonds, and other assets. So meaning you are not investing alone, and instead of picking yung mga individual stocks or investments yourself, you are investing together with proper guidance in a diversified portfolio. So kumbaga, In other words, you don't choose the individual ingredients, no? You invest in a basket and you let professional manage or fund managers do the strategy or do the job for you. That's why our funds are actually designed this way. So funds were created for people na gusto mag-invest without having to do everything themselves. So instead of figuring things out alone, you invest alongside with other investors and you let professionals manage the strategy for you. So ito din yung isang reason why funds are often described as a passive investing or guided approach to investing because they are designed to help investors stay disciplined, also focus on some certain strategies, and at the same time, avoid the pressure of making every decision on their own. So I hope no that's clear. We've established kung bakit funds are actually designed this way and what makes it so appealing in practice, especially to those who gusto pa lang mag-start sa investing. So moving forward, since we actually identified the common challenges to start investing, the next question actually is why many investors help or why many investors choose funds. I have here actually 6 reasons to love funds. So let me just go through it one by one and let me start with low capital. So when we say of low capital, not everyone kasi have the funds na to start. Yung iba din dito, baka iniisip nila you need hundreds and even millions of fund to start investing. But actually with funds, you don't need hundreds of thousands to begin. You can actually start with a relatively small amount and just gradually increase no or build your investment over time because may mga factors naman talaga that help us na increase our value, like our income. So again, the reason why people love investing in fund is because of its low capital. You don't need million to start. You just need the discipline to start what you have. Next is instant diversification. So again, since a lot of investors pool their money into a fund, and then when you invest in a fund, your money is right away spread across many securities. So this means that your risk isn't tied sa isang company lang or isang asset. So kumbaga, you have other companies to consider at that can actually manage your portfolio, no? So parang pwede nyo siya isipin na parang buffet. So kunwari, if you love buffet, you have a plate, and then you pick or you just put yung mga foods available sa plate ninyo, and then when you start eating, pag hindi niyo gusto yung isang pagkain, okay lang. Kasi madami pa kayong options. Next is liquidity. Now, funds are generally liquid, which means you can convert your investment back to cash when needed, but subject pa din siya sa fund rules. This means that many investors can actually have peace of mind, no? Because your money isn't locked, your money isn't stuck. If you need it right away, you can just redeem your funds and convert it into cash. And next is daily pricing. So when we say of daily pricing, funds are actually priced daily. So you have the transparency of knowing how much na yung value ng inyong investment. So there is no guessing, and at the same time, mystery nyo kung how much na ba yung difference from the initial capital to your current na holdings. So kumbaga, every business day, you actually know what your investment is worth. And then fifth reason why people love investing in funds is because they are regulated and legal. So when we say legal and regulated, they operate within a strict legal and regulatory framework. So depende sa fund type, they are overseen basically by regulators like SEC or BSP, which helps ensure transparency and at the same time accountability. So hindi siya yung parang scam. Hindi din siya yung parang fly-by-night ng mga schemes because you are investing within a proper regulated system. And the last reason why people love investing in funds is because they are professionally managed. So again, pag nag-invest ka sa fund, you're not investing alone. your money is handled by professional fund managers whose full-time job is actually to study the market, to manage the risk, and at the same time make informed decisions. So, you are like a passenger sa plane, di ba? So, yung ating mga professional fund managers, sila yung pilot. So, just like in every trip, you just relax and then trust the pilot, no, that it can lead you to your destination. So again, I hope everyone that's clear, no? Those are the 6 reasons why people love investing in funds. So it is also a good starting point for people na gusto mag-invest and at the same time prefer yung guidance. All right? So now that we actually understand why people love funds, let us discuss naman the type of funds available and at the same time how they differ. So we actually have 3 here, no? You usually hear this to people or from the banks or everyone in the investment industry. So let us first start with UITF, or what we call the Unit Investment Trust Fund. So think of UITF as a bank-based way of investing in funds because UITFs are offered and managed by banks and trust institutions. So if ikaw meron ka ng existing na bank account, this is often the easiest door to start investing. So when you invest in a UITF naman, you are actually buying units. And the bank's trust department takes care of managing the fund for you. Also, UITF are designed for simple and long-term investing. So, hindi siya meant for day trading. Prices are calculated at the end of the day. And of course, the focus is on staying invested over time. So, this makes UITF ideal for people who want everything in one place, like combination of banking and investing without needing to manage things on their own. No, if you like convenience and you have a bank with a trust-enabled institution, no, UITFs are actually a good way to start. Next is we have mutual funds. So if yung UITF natin are the convenient bank-based option, mutual funds are actually expert-led option because mutual funds are offered by asset management or investment companies. These are the firms whose entire business is managing investments. So structurally, mutual funds are very similar to UITF. It's like yung money mo pool together with other investors and a professional fund manager decide how it's invested. Ang difference lang ni mutual fund, it offers a wider range of specialized options. So you can encounter actually a mutual fund, no, that focuses in dividend funds or also give you access to global funds and sometimes designed around specific investment goals. So when you invest in a fund, you're actually buying shares of the fund, which means you become a shareholder of that investment company's fund. So this makes mutual fund ideal for investors who want goal-based investing and access to a more specialized strategies while still enjoying professional management. Now, onto the last type of fund, no, is we have the ETF or exchange traded fund. So, if yung mutual funds natin, expert managed portfolios, yung ETFs naman, they are more of the modern and flexible version because ETFs or exchange traded funds are traded on the stock exchange, just like individual stocks. The key difference lang is how they are bought and sold. So ETFs are priced throughout the trading day, so you can buy or sell them during the market hours. Isipin nyo na lang yung ETF, mutual fund siya, pero decided to behave like a stock. Kasi nga, you can trade it sa stock exchange. So most ETFs simply track an index, for example, yung mga top companies in the market, like sa PSEI natin. And then because of this, they often come with lower fees and offer clear, transparent exposure sa market. ETFs are actually well suited for investors na gusto yung instant diversification but also prefer more control and flexibility in how they invest. So ETFs give you the structure of a fund with the flexibility of stock trading. All right, so those are the three types of funds now. Again, we have UITFs, mutual funds, and ETF. All are funds, pero iba-iba lang talaga yung kaniyang purpose, depende sa inyong profile. It also comes down to who offers them, how they are traded, and how involved you are as an investor. So I have here a quick glance lang no of their difference. You can actually take a screenshot of this, but let me just have also a quick discussion on the features no. So let us start with who offers them. Again, UITF, they are offered by banks and trust institutions. And then mutual funds, they are offered by investment companies. ETFs are also created by investment companies, but instead of buying them through a fund platform, meron tayong stock exchange platform that allows you to buy and sell those ETFs. So in the Philippines, isa lang yung ETF natin, that is the First Metro Exchange Traded Fund. Now, the next feature is what you own. So in UITF, you own units of participation valued using NAVPU. So that is net asset value per unit. For the mutual fund naman, you own shares. That's valued using NAVPS or net asset value per share. In ETFs naman, you own shares, but their price moves during the trading day. So again, baka malito lang kayo dun sa NAVPU and the NAVPS. Basically, yun yung parang price tag lang nung share or ng unit. So again, each fund or each day, the fund calculates the value of everything inside the basket, and that tells you how much one share or unit is worth. Next naman is the pricing or the trading. So ang UITFs natin and mutual funds are priced once a day. So which works well actually for long-term investors na gusto siguro yung di masyado nagmo-monitor sa prices nung kanilang investments. So ETFs are priced throughout the day, making them more flexible for investors na gusto yung mag-buy and sell nung ETFs. So in terms naman of the management style, UITFs and mutual funds are usually actively managed because you have the professionals no that decides what to buy or sell or include dun sa pooled funds ninyo. ETFs are often passively managed, meaning they simply track yung index just like the PSEI or the overall market din. Now, next, voting rights. So sa mutual funds, you are technically a shareholder. So you may have voting rights on certain matters. In UITF naman, you are a trustor. So it's like saying na bahala na si bank. I trust you with my money. So you do everything. So there's no voting. ETFs are similar to mutual funds naman in structure, but mostly investors focus more on price movement than voting. Now, etong next, yung ating safety net or the regulation, mutual funds and ETFs are regulated by SEC, and then UITFs are regulated by BSP. So all of three operate within a regulated and legal framework. So within government agencies overseeing them. So in summary, different structures, different access points, pero they have the same goal. So that is a diversified, professionally managed way to invest. So I hope no you were able to take a screenshot. And the next part would be actually is isa sa mga important questions din no. That is about what funds are actually right for you, since we discussed na the type of funds and the reasons why people love to start investing in funds. So again, in every investment, it involves a balance between yung risk and reward. The goal actually is not to avoid the risk, no, but to choose a level kung saan kayo comfortable. Para at least you can stay invested kahit nakikita mo na medyo volatile yung market, no? So to help you assess with your risk and reward options. Now, I have here a simple representation lang. So we have here a risk thermometer. So let us start actually with the first one. Doon tayo mag-start sa lowest part ng ating risk thermometer. That is the money market funds. Money market funds are actually the lowest risk type of investment funds. Pwede niyo siyang isipin as your super savings account because money market funds are invested in short-term securities like time deposits, treasury bills, and other short-term government securities. Now, because ang mga fund, no, or because the investments are short-term and conservative, the value actually of these funds doesn't move around much. So, simple lang yung trade niya. They offer lowest returns, but they also provide very low risk. So, if you ask yourself now, when are money market funds a good fit for you? These funds are commonly used for emergency funds, money you'll need in less than a year, and for investors who simply want stability and peace of mind. Because yun nga, money market funds are not about growing your money fast. It is about protecting your money and keeping it accessible. So, on to the next. If you are willing to accept a little more movement in exchange for potentially higher returns, let's move up sa ating risk thermometer. So, we have here the bond fund. If yung ating money market fund is like your super savings account, yung bond funds naman natin is about being a lender. Because basically, when you invest in a bond fund, your money is lent to governments or large corporations through bonds. So in return, they pay you interest, which provides a more stable and predictable income compared to stocks. So also, since yung bonds nga typically long-term siya, bond funds may move a bit more compared sa ating money market funds. But they are still considered have this low to medium risk compared to equity-based funds. Now, when are bond funds a good fit for you? Usually, yung ating bond fund, they are used for medium-term goals like travel fund or a wedding or goals that are 2 or 4 years away. So if you have goals no that match these examples, you can actually consider investing in bond funds because yung ating mga bond funds nga offer a balance of more return in cash pero less volatility pa din sa stocks. Now, on to the next. Again, if you are comfortable pa to move up your risk thermometer no for higher growth potential, we can actually explore balanced funds. So isipin niyo yung balanced fund as best of both worlds, meaning best of money market and best of the bond fund. So because it is a mix of bonds and stocks. So the bond portion provides actually stability while the stock portion gives growth potential. So because of this mix, yung ating balance fund tend to move more than bond funds, pero less pa din of the equity funds. Again, this makes them a popular choice for investors na gusto pa din mag-grow yung money nila, pero don't want their portfolio to sink too wildly, just like the stock market. So, when are balance fund a good fit for you? Yung ating balance fund often used for long-term goals. So, especially for investors na gusto yung growth within a or with a built-in shock absorber. So again, yung balance fund aim to smooth out the ride kasi you participate in the growth pero because of the exposure sa bond, it also reduces the extreme ups and downs. Now, if you are also comfortable pa to move up the risk no in return for higher growth potential, we have actually here equity funds. Now, yung equity funds natin, they invest mostly in stocks, and because of this, they carry the higher level of risk. But also, they give you the highest potential for long-term growth. So, for example, kasi these funds can move up and down significantly no, in the short term, and then that volatility is normal and expected if you are exposed sa stock market. So equity funds may invest in broad market indices, also in dividend-paying stocks or growth-oriented companies. So this makes equity funds best suited for long-term goals like yung retirement or your child's education. And then if yung investment horizon ninyo actually is for 5 to 10 years or more. So the key takeaway actually is equity funds are about wealth building over time, hindi siya yung pang short-term price movements. And of course, I actually check no if they have a fund that gives out dividends. We actually have one. So it is called income paying funds. So income paying funds are actually one way for you, or it's one way to provide regular income, because some funds are designed to pay out income, usually coming from the interest or dividends. That's why they are called income paying funds. So you will commonly find income paying features in bond funds and some balanced funds. So again, the key takeaway here, yung income doesn't automatically mean high risk, no? And it's not limited to equities. So again, we've gone through the risk thermometer. So I hope our attendees are still here pa, no? We are actually 168 na din in the room. So on to our next discussion. Actually, this is another quick glance of how to choose the right fund for you. So let me just quickly share to you know how to analyze this. So let us start with the first one. Let's say you are setting aside 50,000 pesos for emergencies. Because yun nga, emergency siya. So you might need the money anytime. You cannot afford to lose the money or even siguro drop the value of that money. So in this case, money market fund makes sense because they are designed to be stable and accessible at the same time. They won't grow as fast as other funds, but they prioritize capital preservation and liquidity. So again, yung ating money market fund is about protection of your capital. Meron naman siyang growth, pero compared to other funds, not that much. Okay? Next is, for the next life goal, siguro if you imagine you are planning something 3 to 5 years away. So yun nga, the common example, we have a wedding, a big trip, or a major purchase. So you want better returns than a savings account, but you don't want the full exposure of the stock market. So yung ating bond fund is perfect for that because it acts as a middle ground, offering more stability and moderate returns. And actually, it is the same also with a balanced fund because, again, it is a mix with some stocks to give portfolio a boost, pero yung bonds natin, it acts as a shock absorber. And lastly, yung parang wealth accelerator natin, no? So that's why equity fund is perfect for this. So if ever you are 30 years old and then you are investing for retirement, so you have siguro 20 or more years away. So over the long periods, since you are exposed to equity funds or ETF, the stock market has historically delivered a highest growth, no, but not without yung ups and downs naman. So because you still have time, you can afford to ride out the temporary dips in exchange for higher long-term potential. So again, yung ating equity fund, you can expose yourself to this because it helps you with your wealth accumulation. So the simple rule na lang din to remember, no, in choosing the right fund for you, if you are going to need the money in less than 2 years, you stay away from the red zone like yung equity funds. But if you are saving for 10 years or more, stay away ka din dun sa money market funds. Kasi yung inflation will slowly sleep away your purchasing power. So again, there's no perfect fund, only the fund that fits your goal, your timeline, and your comfort level. All right? So you might be wondering, since we've actually discussed the types of funds, why people love funds, and also the risk profile, no, and the reward as well, you might be wondering how to actually know your risk profile. So actually the institutions, First MetroSec as well, and even the banks, no, they have this client suitability assessment. So it is a form, it is a short assessment that helps you identify yung level of risk na kaya mo, and at the same time, it helps you identify your goals, your time horizon, and comfort level. So in this example, you see on the screen, actually, ito yung from First Petrosec na platform. You have to answer 7 simple questions. Again, there's no right or wrong answers. The goal actually is to make sure that your investments are aligned with you. So why CSA matters? Bakit importante that you answer the client suitability form? Because again, it helps you guide which funds are suitable for you. It also ensures that your investment choices are appropriate and aligned with your profile. So, pag ready ka na mag-invest, this assessment will be one of the first steps you'll complete sa platform. So, let me just give you a quick idea of the CSA, no, and then what it covers. So, first, it answers the question about your investment objective. So, why are you investing? Is it for growth ba, income, or a specific goal, or any goals that you have in mind? Second is it answers your liquidity retirement or requirement. So, kailan mo ba kailangan yung pera? Is this something you'll need soon or you can stay invested for several years? The third question is about your risk tolerance. So, how comfortable are you ba with the ups and downs of your investment value? Next is your investment horizon. Now, the investment horizon actually assess no how long you're willing to keep your money invested sa specific fund. Next is your investment knowledge and experience. So whether you are starting out already or an intermediate no or familiar now with the different investment products, you can actually know in this question. And lastly, the type of investment you are interested in. So again, there are many funds available. So you have here funds ba, bonds, or stocks. So again, if you answer the question and based on your answers also, the platform will help you identify and determine a risk profile that guides which investments are you suitable for. So it's a quick, straightforward, and designed to help you invest with more clarity and confidence. So now that we've talked about the different fund types and of course how to match them no, sa inyong goals and risk tolerance, the next question actually is, how do I start? Paano ba ako mag-start investing? So let me show you a simple and convenient way to do that through First Metro Securities FundSmart. So ano ba yung FundSmart? FundSmart is a one-stop shop for investment funds. It allows you to choose from a wide range of funds offered by the country's top fund providers all in one platform. So pwede ninyo isipin si FundSmart as parang grocery of investment funds. And why do I say so? Because with FundSmart, again, you get access to a wide range of options, including mutual funds and UITFs, from our top providers. Second, if meron ka ng account with First Metro Sec, you can actually buy and redeem funds online, just like stocks, with no additional documents required. Next is wala siyang front-end fees or sales charge. So you get more of your money actually, and it goes everything into investing. And everything, your stocks and your funds can be managed using one account. So making it easier to track your overall portfolio. With FundSmart also, again, it answers the challenge no, na capital because the minimum investment starts at 1,000 pesos, which makes it very accessible for investors, lalo na mga students, na gusto magsimula kahit na maliit pa lang yung kanilang capital. So one of the biggest advantage actually of FundSmart is you are letting the professional fund managers do the heavy lifting while you focus on what matters most in your life. Because at the end of the day, yung best investment is action. So hindi mo kailangan mag-start big. You don't need hundreds and millions. You actually need to start. So that is, I hope, no, help you to make the first move. So actually, that wraps up my discussion. But before we move sa ating Q&A, no, let's have a quick wrap up lang of some key takeaways. So first, investing doesn't have to mean picking stocks because you have funds that allows you to invest in a diversified portfolio. So with a professional manager and a more guided approach. Second, there is no best fund. The right fund depends on your goal, tapos yung inyong time horizon, and how much risk you are very comfortable with. And lastly, you don't need to start big. What matters more actually is starting early, staying consistent, and choosing an approach that you can actually stick over time during your investment journey. So when we say how to invest in stocks or how to invest without picking stocks, what we really mean is you invest with guidance, with structure, and with clarity. So I hope that gives you an idea, no, what are the values or the reasons why people invest in funds. Now, actually, since you understand na din the basics of funds and how to choose what's best for you, no, or what fits you best, next is knowing how First Metrosec can actually support you in actually putting this into action. So I'll briefly walk you through our services, like how to open an account, and then after that we will be answering some questions submitted during the registration. So again, so at first Metrosec, we value your convenience, no? That's why we've made investing simpler through our multi-asset investment platform, giving you access to everything you need all in one place. So whether you want to invest in stocks, funds, bonds, or REITs, you can do all of those using just one account. So there's no need to switch between different apps or manage multiple providers because with First Metrosec, all-in-one platform na siya, which makes yung investing easier and seamless and of course, more aligned sa inyong financial goals. Now, for those of you who don't have an account with First Metrosec yet and who would like to start investing sa funds, getting started is actually fast, convenient, and seamless. All you need to do is to download the First Metrosec Go app and sign up from there. So the requirements are actually simple. Just proof of identification, proof of billing address, proof of settlement bank account, and a sheet with your 3 specimen signatures. So meron din siyang initial deposit na 1,000 pesos, which is fully investable once your account is activated. So also the account opening, actually you can do it at your own pace, no? Even after the session, you have 30 days to finish the application as well. Just one quick reminder lang, during the registration, don't forget to enter the event code Feb 5, like the date today. Para it will help us know that you joined us from today's session and you found value in the discussion. So I'd like to quickly share that First Metrosec is a regulated institution under SEC, PSE, and BSP. So this means that you can be confident that the platform and services we discuss tonight operate within the proper regulatory framework. So we always want our investors to feel informed, protected, and supported. We'd also love for you to stay connected with us even after today's webinar. So if you need any assistance, you may reach us at customer service at firstmetrosec.com.ph. You can call our hotline or visit our help center. You can also invite us for a free financial literacy session. So if you'd like to be part of a growing community that helps Filipinos elevate their financial literacy, you can simply scan the QR code on your screen. And then lastly, to stay updated on our upcoming webinars, learning sessions, and market and insights, feel free to scan the QR code. So this allows you to directly follow First Metrosec sa aming mga social media pages. And also, we have an exclusive FundSmart Viber community. So feel free to join, no? Miss Hazel will be sharing the quick link of that Viber group chat para at least you can directly join sa community. And again, before we move sa ating question and answer, I'd like to quickly share our feedback form. You can also check our chat box for the quick link as well. So so we are now actually at the Q&A. And again, I will be prioritizing yung mga advanced questions sent during the registration. If I weren't able to answer your question, so feel free to email us at marketeducation@firstmetrosec.com.ph. And our team will be happy to get back to you with a proper response. All right, so let me Also, to those na gusto mag-send ng questions, no, feel free to use our Q&A chat box. And if ever, I can actually swap lang ako sa advanced question and our live questions. So for our first question, let's see. All right, sorry. Okay. So for the first advanced question, how do fund managers choose stocks to buy? So actually, yung mga fund managers natin, they choose stocks based on research and a defined investment process. So they analyze yung mga company fundamentals, financial statements, and of course, yung economic trends. And also, yung mga funds natin, meron silang tinatawag na kids, no, or prospectus or fact sheet, no. So you can actually check those information sa kanilang website. Investors are actually encouraged to review the documents to understand the fund's objectives, the risk, and the investment approach as well. So to the person, no, who forwarded this question, I hope I was able to answer your question. And then for the second question is, does high return funding guarantee long-term return? So a quick answer to that is no, because high return funds doesn't actually or don't guarantee long-term results. If you check dun sa risk thermometer natin, funds higher up can grow more, but they also move up and down more. So what matters most is actually choosing a risk level kung saan kayo comfortable. And also staying invested over time. Hindi lang yung nag-chase ka lang sa higher or highest past returns. Next question. If the fund is 100% gain, shall I redeem in full or just have to lock in the profit? So for this question, wala siyang fixed rule actually. If the fund has doubled, you can go back to your goal and risk comfort. So meaning, if kailangan mo yung pera or if you see that the fund now feels too risky, you can actually take a partial of the profit. But if it is for a long-term goal and the fund still fits you, you can actually stay invested, no? Or just redeem gradually. So usually it makes more sense than selling everything. So let me check also yung ating Q&A para at least we get to juggle. Okay, we have a question here. Can I still invest in fund outside the risk profile I indicated in the CSA form? The answer to that is actually yes. So, kunwari, if your profile is conservative and you decided to invest in aggressive fund, you can, but you will be prompted of a warning. The warning actually says if you are willing to take the risk and have you read ba the fund profile, so you can actually subscribe pa din, pero you just have to accept the parang warning or you just have to accept the terms and conditions. So I hope I answered that question. All right, another question is, can a student below 18-year-old could invest? Actually, pwede siya. We have an account, ITF yung tawag. So it is under the name of the guardian, ITF, the name of the child. So you can actually open an account via the website, no, if you prefer an ITF account. The requirements, aside those I mentioned kanina, may additional requirement lang siya na ID nung inyong the child that you will actually name the account. So it is possible, and then pag nag-legal age na siya, the child can actually open a separate account and the holdings dun sa ITF can be transferred dun sa individual account na nakapangalan na dun sa anak ninyo. Okay? Another question, when will be funds available in the FMS Go app? So this is actually a very common question and we acknowledge that, no, because yun nga, it's very convenient if you access both stock and funds investing through the app. But we are actually working on it, nasa pipeline na siya, and we would be very excited, kasi ako din excited, no, to share with you if ever available na yung fund investing or funds investing through First Metrosec Go Up. So for now, you can actually subscribe and redeem yung mga funds natin through the website. So whether yung My or First Metrosec Pro. Okay, so let me go back sa ating advanced question. Okay, how much is the management fee, I believe, no, in investing in the fund? So actually, yung management fees natin, they vary depende sa fund. Okay, so in general, they range around 0.5 to 2% per year. And it is already reflected dun sa fund's daily price, so you don't pay it separately. So yung exact fee naman, it is being disclosed in the fund's KID prospectus. You can also check it sa kanilang website. So at least for you, if you want to check lang the management fee, no, so it is transparent and readily available. So that's why we encourage investors to check the fund profile as well. Okay, and last of the advanced question, what is the rule of thumb in FundSmart? So a good rule of thumb in FundSmart is actually to choose the fund that match your goal and risk level. So that's why it is important to start by answering yung client suitability assessment form, because it allows you know, or it gives you an idea what stocks to pick that fits your goal, your risk profile, and then kumbaga it motivates you to stay invested in the long term. So I guess we have a few more minutes pa. Let me check yung ating Q&A. All right. Okay. Why does it take longer for fund orders to be completed? Okay. Actually, in every transaction, meron siyang settlement. So when you subscribe to a fund and at the same time redeem sa fund, no, meron siyang settlement date. So if you have access to First Metro Securities or if may account na kayo, you just go sa funds dashboard and then explore the fees. So from there, you can see no, yung settlement date, both the redemption and then the subscription. Usually kasi it takes, may clearing siya. And then may cut-off din siya. So ang cut-off namin is 10 a.m. So if ever you subscribe or redeem sa fund before 10 a.m., so we will follow the transaction date like T+3. If ever naman you redeem the fund or subscribe after 10 a.m., so it follows a more additional or parang additional day siya. Kasi nga, we will base it on the date, no? Kung kailan nyo siya tinansak and at the same time yung cutoff. So again, you can feel free to check the management portion of the fund because you will see there kung how long yung kanyang redemption settlement date. All right, so I hope I was able to answer that question. Again, since almost 7 p.m. na, no, if you want us to answer your question, feel free to email us at marketeducation@firstmetrosec.com.ph. So again, everyone, before I close this session, I hope you enjoyed, no? I am actually seeing questions here, but let me just... Ito, follow-up question lang siya. Sorry. Question for an ITF account. Can this settlement be under the account of the parent guardian? Actually, there are banks that allows ITF accounts, no? So, kumbaga, under the name of the guardian and at the same time, name of the child. So, depende sa bank kung saan kayo mag-o-open. You just ask for the requirements and I believe naman they will guide you. Okay? So, alright. Sorry for that additional question. No? So again, everyone, before I close, we'd love to hear your thoughts about today's session because we truly value your feedback because it helps us continue improving our webinars and of course, our learning programs. So just kindly scan the QR code or check the quick link Ms. Hazel shared sa ating chat box, no, to answer our quick feedback survey. So it will only take a minute and we'd really appreciate your comments and suggestions. And so with that, I officially wrap up our first Invested Learning Journey session for February. So we hope you picked up practical insight, no, on today's discussion, like how funds work, how to choose the right one, and how they can help you invest with less stress and more structure. So again, this is just the beginning. Marami pa tayong remaining webinars this February. We will go deeper into the funds and show how exactly, to take the next step through FundSmart. So once again, everyone, this has been Joanna and Hazel. And on behalf of First Metro Sec, again, thank you so much for spending your time with us. See you on our next session. So again, this is Invested with First Metro Sec. You learn today and invest with confidence tomorrow. So again, everyone, hope you have a wonderful evening and see you on our upcoming February sessions. Thank you so much, everyone.